understand this took me a long time, years and years, probably 35 years of my life to understand. The purpose of your life is right now. It is to be as present as possible, as often as possible. Now, I understand we're not going to be present every single moment of every single day, but just like you train a dog to sit, you need to be able to train your mind to sit, to be here. And will it run off every once in a while? Of course. And then when it does, you bring it back. The same way that you train a dog, you have to train your mind to sit here, to be present, and to be present as often as we possibly can. Now, when you first train a dog, are they terrible at sitting? Absolutely. Absolutely terrible. Are you going to be terrible at being present when you're first training yourself? Of course you are. Are you going to get better? Of course you will. And so I want you to understand this, and I want you to really, I want to put it in perspective of how important the present moment is to you. If you fast forward 30 years from today, and you were to see yourself and you've accomplished everything you've ever wanted, all the money, all the fame, all the achievement, all the joy, the happiness, the success, whatever it is that you want, you've achieved everything that you wanted 30 years from today. I guarantee you that you would give everything that you own, every bit of money, all of the clothes and cars and houses and achievements and everything, you would trade everything that you own to be right back in this moment. If you achieved every single thing you've ever wanted 30 years from today, you would trade all of that to be right back in this moment. No matter how bad you think this moment is, you would trade it to come back here. Or how boring you think it is, you would trade it all back to be right back in your car, driving to your shitty job that you hate. Or to be right back in this moment, listening to the podcast where there's a messy house and a screaming baby. You would trade all of it to be right back in this moment. So what does that show you? That the moment is actually the most important thing. You know, if I offered to give you $100 million, would you take it? Of course you would. But there's only one condition. I'm going to give you $100 million right now, but you don't get to wake up tomorrow. Would you take it? No, you wouldn't. Which means this life that you currently have right now, as it is, no matter how great or how okay or how shitty or how bad it seems like it is worth more than $100 million. But are you constantly acting as if it's not good enough? Are you constantly trying to escape the moment? Which shows you 30 years from now, you trade it all to be here. If I give you $100 million to not wake up tomorrow, you would say no. You know, there was 150,000 people that died yesterday. Every single one of them would gladly trade places with you if they were given the choice. So I do think, obviously, that it is very important to grow, to achieve, to do things, to experience life as much as you possibly can. All of that is extremely important. But don't forget that the purpose of life, the purpose of your life is to enjoy the passage of time. That's it. In the 70s, James Taylor created a song, and there's a line in it and says the purpose of life is to enjoy the passage of time. But how many times are all of us so busy that we don't even think about the present moment? Or we're so mean to ourselves, or we're so mean to others, and we're always wanting more, and we're always resisting the way that the world is. And we don't just sit here and realize that there's so much in this moment. There's so much in just the second that you're in. You know, it's really interesting as you start to try to work on mindfulness. When you first try to be more mindful and be more present, it's boring as hell. And you're like, what? I should be doing something. There's something else I should be doing. And as you start to work on a little bit more, you really start to realize why all of the gurus and the Indian gurus and the spiritual gurus talk about how rich each moment actually is. Because when you're fully present in a moment, there's so much that you can get from it. If you go outside right now and you just sit there for a few minutes and you notice the sun that's out there and you look at the trees and you can hear the birds chirping in the background and you really try to make yourself present, there's a lot that there really is to enjoy in the present moment. But there's only one place to enjoy the passage of time. And that is in the present moment. You can't enjoy the passage of time in the past. You can't enjoy the passage of time in the future. Presence is what is behind all of it. Presence is what is behind your stress, your anxiety, your working to be better, your negative self-talk, all of those things. When you remove all of those things, all of those constructs of the mind, presence is what's behind all of it. So what's getting in the way of you enjoying each present moment? Ask yourself that question, journal on it. What is getting in the way of me enjoying every present moment? Is it self-judgment? Is it fear? Is it self-limiting beliefs? Is it me resisting the way the world is? Is it me wanting something that I used to have? Is it me wanting something that I've never had before? When you look at all of the things that